Hey guys, so I just filmed a video talking about the top five reasons why we are picking Africa as our move abroad continent destination. But today I wanted to dig a little deeper and look at a specific country, which is Côte d'Ivoire. Why is it that we're picking Côte d'Ivoire? I have made a lot of videos about Côte d'Ivoire. We've gone on scouting trips to Côte d'Ivoire separately, my husband and I, and together as well. And it might sound like a surprise for a lot of people because it's not a very well-known country, mostly in the Western world, mostly in the English-speaking world, like in the US or in Canada. It's not very well known. Sometimes you hear it called Côte d'Ivoire, sometimes Ivory Coast, okay? Technically, the official name is Côte d'Ivoire, it's in French. But what are the reasons why we are picking Côte d'Ivoire? I'm going to share 5 reasons. I filmed another video where I tell you more about it, but I think it's an older video. I think it's a year or 2 years old. But I wanted to give you a refresher and an updated list of reasons, even though I think it's the same reasons. But I wanted to give you 5 top reasons why Côte d'Ivoire is at the top of the list, and why that's our Blaxit choice. So in no particular order, I have 5 reasons right here. Number 1 is infrastructure, economic development. Côte d'Ivoire is the number 1 economy in West Africa, Francophone West Africa. So if you look at Senegal, Benin, Togo, Côte d'Ivoire is number 1. Now, in terms of infrastructure, so availability of internet, electricity, water, all of these things are pretty stable, okay? Of course, you could have outages here and there, but even when we went on our scouting trips, we never experienced outages or, no water or no electricity or anything like that. Good roads, good transportation, like in between cities. So it's not just all concentrated in the capital city or in the economic capital of Abidjan, but you can go to other cities by road or even by plane if you want to do that. So it's a very the infrastructure are pretty solid. Sure, it's not like being in New York City, but again, that's the point. If we wanted to go to New York City, we would go to New York City. We want to go to some place different. And so valid, solid infrastructure. Number 2 is the culture. The fact that being a French-speaking country, the fact that the kids will be able to speak French. I know that for a lot of people in the US and a lot of Americans are drawn to English-speaking countries because, duh, right? Like Ghana, Kenya, South Africa. But at the same time, a lot of Americans are drawn to countries that don't speak English, like Portugal, France, Thailand, Mexico, right? Where English is not the first language. And so why not? But 2 is the fact that we speak French already. My husband and I speak French. French is my first language. I grew up speaking French at home. And so I wanted the kids to be able to learn it as well in the same way that I learned other languages, which was by immersion. Growing up in a country where most people are multilingual. English was at church, Spanish was on TV, French at home, at school, Arabic in the streets, okay? So being able to be in an environment where it's easy, for kids it's so easy to learn languages because they speak to everybody, right? And so that they learn it and pick it up so much faster than adults. And so being able to be in an environment like that, it's great. Also the fact that Côte d'Ivoire is very, very welcoming to foreigners. Don't quote me on this, but I think that 2/3 of the population is foreigner, like it's coming from countries around Côte d'Ivoire, like Liberia, Ghana. I don't know. Don't quote me, but there's the statistics somewhere that says that, it's a country that is very, very welcoming to foreigners, and so that's a big plus. Number 3 is affordable support for the family. Things like having a driver, somebody to cook for you, somebody who would clean the house not just once a month, and somebody who can watch the kids, or a nanny. at an affordable price, because you could get all these things here. However, is it affordable? You tell me how much you pay for that. We pay $200 per month to have the cleaners come once a month. The rest of the month is all on you, right? And so you're not gonna pay $200 to get somebody to come to your house to clean once a month. If you want to pay that price point, she'll probably live in with you and, you know, do all of that, and maybe even do the cooking as well. But again, it depends on where you're going. But definitely for Côte d'Ivoire, being able to have affordable support is a big plus. Number 4 is friends. My besties live in Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan specifically, so it will be extremely cool to being able to be close to them, their family. Our kids are same age, so it's like, it's wild that we could see the way we grew up, and now we could see our kids grow up together as well. And I'm so excited about the opportunity to make that happen, because like I said in a previous video talking about third culture kids, we were all third culture kids, most of my friends growing up, and so we didn't grow up all of our lives together. We grew up like childhood years or college years, or, you know, periods of times, and then we just live in different countries. And so now the fact that we have the possibility to all be together and have our kids grow up together, that's just wild. So I'm excited about this possibility. And number 5, last but not least, is business opportunities. Same thing with economic growth. A lot of business opportunities, specifically in the area of marketing, in the area of business and tourism, which is my area of expertise, knowing that there are some opportunities that I've looked into already, but you need to be on the ground to really make things move faster. And so being able to have an impact, to support the local economy with the skills that you have, to me, it's a no-brainer. To me, it's a great opportunity. The fact that entrepreneurship has there are a lot of opportunities. That's what I'm trying to say. That is not, obviously there's a lot of bureaucracy in a lot of countries, mostly like French-speaking countries, because I mean there's a lot of bureaucracy in France. So that's something that has been inherited in a lot of French-speaking countries around the world. But at the same time, the government has a lot of gives a lot of support to the private sector for entrepreneurs to really do things. And so those are my top 5 reasons why Côte d'Ivoire is so appealing, between the support, to the friendships, to the business opportunities. All of those are great reasons why Côte d'Ivoire is right there at the top of our list, and why, to me, is a no-brainer. To me, it's like green light, green flags, all of that. Let's do it. If you want to know more about our scouting trips, our experiences when we visited Côte d'Ivoire, check out this playlist right here, where you'll have a lot of videos about what we did during our scouting trips, what made me say yes to Côte d'Ivoire, what was a little concerning about Côte d'Ivoire, and some of my fears as well. Okay, go check out the playlist. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.